Like as an employer, you have to think about what is your value proposition that draws, candidates to you, right? We keep saying it, but it's a candidate driven market. So you're likely not the only company that they're talking to, right? They probably have at least 2 or 3 others in play, and they want to know in that interview process what makes you unique and different. And I think a lot of times employers forget that interviews are two-sided, right? The candidate is feeling you out just as much as you are feeling them out. So, give them the warm and fuzzies, right? Make them feel good. Tell them what makes you unique and different. And I think a lot of times just employers forget that.
Yeah, you've got to really court candidates right now in a big way. I mean, I'll pull Andy in, our CEO, all the time. Hey, look, we're hiring a vice president of sales ops. This is a big role. This is a heavy role. We really want an A player. We're talking to some heavy hitters in the marketplace, right? I need you to get on the horn. He's in the middle of wherever he is in the world. And he's like, no problem. Let me jump on the horn. I mean, you have to be able to pull kind of some of those things to be able to make a candidate really want to come to you right now.
Yeah. And I know a lot of, this is a great question from Jolyn as well, and it speaks to the audience as well. And we at Turning Point, a lot of our clients are mid-market and small market companies. And a lot of the folks that are part of SMLA are either consultants to small to mid-sized companies, or they themselves are, part of a small or mid-sized company. And there's always that discussion out there. And this is a lifelong, conversation that's happening, good times and bad times. How do small businesses compete with the likes of the Googles and the Apples and the big tech firms or whatever industry you're in? How do you compete with the big 800-pound gorillas in your industry? And the amazing thing is, I think a lot of small company CEOs don't realize the power that they have because they are a small company. You don't have to conform to the huge, kind of ramifications of a 5,000 person company making one small little change to your benefits or to whatever the perks might be. You have a lot more agility on a small company. So I'll just give you a few examples, and maybe Raquel has some examples too. But so we, as a 7-person firm at Turning Point, we can't compete with the big search firms out there and those kind of folks. But largely what attracts people to our company, and we just hired somebody, 2 people in the last few months, is the fact that we are agile, we are flexible, we have that ability to pivot whenever we need to. But small little things that we do that you can all do as well is, for example, we don't track vacation time. Right, we hire people, at a level where they are sophisticated and experienced enough where, we trust them, they're going to get the work done. I don't need to track their vacation time to make sure that they're not going over above and beyond. That's a real simple thing. You get your birthday off is something also really simple. We have something called Me Time, where we actually reimburse people, our employees, up to $100 a month to go out and do something for themselves, not to go out and do grocery shopping or to do something with the kids, which we all kind of find ourselves getting involved in, but to go out and get a massage, to go out and go to a movie and lunch with a friend, something other than that. And that's a really small thing dollar-wise, but it goes a very, very long way. And it really does attract a lot of great talent to the organization as well from that perspective. We also do things like, people have asked in the chat, and I've heard this from a lot of folks also out there, well, we are remote, the company is spread out across the country or wherever. How do we bring folks together in terms of not only a benefit, but a perk of that continuity and that cohesion? There are things you can do. I'm talking to companies right now that are having regional meetings. We, for example, are going to bring everybody into San Diego for an event. We're going to everybody go to a Padres game in September. So, dollar-wise, it's not that much money relative to the size of the company, but it really goes a very, very long way.